Have you had enough of political Steve the Missionary videos? Because I've had enough of political Steve the Missionary videos. Let's do something else. I don't know if you know this, when Catholics go to church on Sunday, or any day, they read a bunch of big old chunks out of the Bible. And for the most part, Catholics around the world all hear the same parts of the Bible, because the trads just have to be special. So I'm gonna read you one of the chunks that we heard this Sunday. Keep in mind that a friend of mine was like seeing this girl and like took her to mass this Sunday. The unmarried man is anxious about the affairs of the Lord, how to please the Lord. But a married man is anxious about worldly affairs, how to please his wife. And his interests are divided. And then he says the same thing about an unmarried woman. I love the story about my friend taking a girl to that mass. So I remember like hearing that at church on Sunday and thinking, we get that exactly backwards. Think about it. An unmarried person concerned about the things of the Lord, and a married person is concerned about the things of the world. That's not how the people around me in this culture live. The way I see people live is that they are concerned about the things of the world when they're single, more politically active when they're single. They really are driven about their education and their career when they're single. They spend a lot of money on food and drink when they're single. They like the things of the world. They travel more. And then when they start to make a family, culturally, this is really the only time that we expect self-sacrifice for the sake of someone else, is when you have a child. And I see this happen a lot. Families pull away from the work of the world. And this seems to me like the exact opposite of what the Bible is talking about. Single people should be the ones making sacrifices for the sake of other people. And married people should be the ones fully invested in what's going on in the world. You care more about the world when you have children in it. It's funny, this isn't like the most profound part of the Bible. It's not supposed to be like the mind-blowing event of the year, this Bible verse. I think a fascinating example for that is actually what I did for lunch on Sunday. My friend Tommy Ty came into town with his wife Karen and their 3 boys. They're an amazing family. I love them. Tommy Ty's a cool dude. He threw together this book, The Catholic Hipster Handbook, and I'm on page 7. I wrote a chapter. You should buy it and read. And we went to a place that specializes in macaroni and cheese because he's hanging out with Steve and that's what we're gonna eat. I had the jalapeno popper mac. That's so good. We enjoyed ourselves. We played 20 questions a lot. Those kids are very good at 20 questions. And then when it was all done, Tommy paid like it was a present to me. Like, I haven't seen you in forever. Oh my gosh, here. And while I appreciate it, it was definitely backward. See, if I was less cheap and less of a jerk and more self-sacrificial and just like an all-around better person, I would have slammed down my credit card and I would have said, no, Tommy, I'm gonna pay for your whole family because an unmarried man is concerned about the things of the Lord and a married man is concerned about the things of the world. I am not concerned about Tommy's bank account, but I also know that his money means more than mine because it supports his kids. I'm just one dude in an overpriced apartment. I can be stupider with my money about the things of the Lord. Nowadays, single people are stupid about their money about dumb things like alcohol and travel. Don't get me wrong, alcohol and travel are wonderful. And if you combine the two, singleness is a time of self-sacrifice and discipline. Marriage and family is a way to engage the world very specifically. A friend of mine said when you get married, you chain one foot to the world on purpose, and it's a good thing, but it's very much what happens to you. Funny thing about it is that dating definitely counts as a self-sacrificial thing, especially in like 2018. Like, have you dated in the modern world? Like, that is a penance. That gets souls out of purgatory. That's like Lent. What if I like went on a different date every day for Lent? It'd be so awful and I'd be so broke. Coming up this Lent on Steve the Missionary. Now, my atheist friend is not necessarily a fan of this Bible verse because of the weird fences and the dichotomy of concerned about God versus concerned about the world. And he notes that being concerned about the world and having experiences of the world are actually great ways to experience God. And he's not wrong. This is actually only wrong if you're like a Gnostic or a Manichaean, someone who finds experiences of the world or the body to be antithetical to God. Quick side note, why does Gnosticism keep coming back? It's bad, it's wrong, don't do it. I don't know, this weekend made me think a lot about the fact that I'm single and how I am doing it, and it's possible that Jesus isn't happy with how I am single. I don't like doing things that make Jesus unhappy, just as a general rule, so So the Bible has once again made me feel uncomfortable. In fact, if you're single and like politically active or like care about your neighborhood or community or whatever, you should be enacting things that benefit families more than they benefit you. Like, I live in a city that's getting too expensive and it's pricing out families, which is great for like people that like swanky bars, but is terrible for like how humanity happens. It's a net loss is what I'm saying. The real support needs to go to the families, not just to the individuals with like the money or the property. So single people, be single better. Steve the Missionary has new videos every Tuesday. You can subscribe and watch a video over here. Please, please, please write in the comments some sort of sign off other than like me telling you that I'll be here on Tuesday, because that's awful. I will see you next time. That's a terrible. Please comment down below. a different sign off. Help me figure something out. It's time. It's time.